Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Well, I gotta tell you, the great news that we had yesterday, the bullish post from Ripple Insights, it's their blog series, that wasn't enough. I was left unfulfilled. I needed more. I'm just teasing. That was incredible, the post that they put out late yesterday, unexpectedly talking about all the positive action that's been occurring and what they're expecting for 2020 and beyond, and how cryptocurrencies, XRP, will be the underpinnings of the financial world, as if that weren't enough. Look what we got today. This is the first headline that I saw when I woke up. I hopped on my Twitter feed, and I saw this post from Michael Arrington, founder of TechCrunch and founder of Arrington XRP Capital. And here's the headline: Ripple valued at $10 billion in new $200 million funding round. Now, I want to talk about the significance of this particular type of funding round. I think that you're going to find it kind of exciting conceptually what this potentially means. This isn't just your everyday, hey, can I have a little bit of money? I've got this business idea. It's a bit more than that. So I'm going to run through that. Then I'm going to wrap up the video with this piece that I found interesting, titled Cryptocurrency Act of 2020. U.S. lawmaker introduces draft bill to bring regulatory clarity. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button. I'd like that. I'd appreciate it. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. It's good for the Moon Lambo channel. So if you'd be willing to, just know that from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. And consider subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel. It does a body good. Ask your doctor if you don't believe me. So here's the tweet from Ripple, sharing this too. We are thrilled to announce our $200 million Series C, an investment that marks a record year of company growth. The round was led by Tetragon, along with SBI Holdings and Route 66 Ventures. I know. Now, you know what it got me thinking about, and I'm going to share this actually. I'm going to share this first, actually. I had this in a different spot. I'm going to share this first, though. You know, a couple years ago, I wish I could, if I Googled hard, maybe I could find this, but there was a video that I saw of Brad Garlinghouse, and he was asked, do you think that Ripple's ever going to go public? As in an IPO. And he didn't say no, and I'm going to have to kind of paraphrase because I'm really pulling from an old memory. But it was something to the effect of, he didn't say no, but it was something along the lines of, not at this time, but he left the idea, just the concept of that open, as in it's certainly a possibility. That was the gist of what I got from it. Again, he said that over 2 years ago. He said that in a video before I was even in the world of crypto. And I want you to take a look at this now. I'll just read this very briefly. I saw this tweet from Enigma Machine, a member of the XRP community, and he wrote, "Please go public so I can own stock instead of crypto." And it was a retweet of this from XRP vet Diamonds in the Sky. And I want to read this. It's a little screen grab of what is Series C round of funding. Now, this is significant because this Series C, this is the round of funding that Ripple just went through, okay? So listen up. A venture capital firm goes for this round of funding, again, Series C, when the company has proved its mettle and is a success in the market. The company goes for Series C round of funding when it looks for greater market share, acquisitions, or to develop more products and services. Series C round of funding can also take place to prepare the company for an acquisition. It is the last stage in a company's growth cycle before an initial public offering, IPO. Evaluation of the company at this juncture is done on the basis of hard data points. This round of funding is more of an exit strategy of the venture capital firm. Now, I will not be surprised in the least if one day Ripple does indeed go public. Wouldn't it be kind of weird to you, given just how consequential, in a positive way, the crypto asset class will be as it pertains to value and the way that prices, the way that money's moved around the world? I think that the implications of what's happening with blockchain and the crypto asset class, there are certain things we won't even be able to imagine until they happen, which was the same case with the advent of the internet. But can you imagine a world where, despite that being what I consider to be incredibly obvious, can you imagine a world where no companies in blockchain go public, you know? I think that the biggest winners likely will, and I think that Ripple is going to be the biggest or one of the biggest winners in the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency. So I would be surprised, sort of, if they never did, but I don't know if that means they're going to do it soon necessarily, but conceptually, this is how far along they are right there. And so check this out. Ripple, and this is the Fortune piece now. This is from Fortune.com. Ripple, a San Francisco-based company that uses cryptocurrency to move money across borders, announced a massive funding round on Thursday that values the company at $10 billion. The $200 million Series C funding round, which was led by global investment firm Tetragon, could help validate Ripple's claim that more banks and money transmitters will embrace the cryptocurrency XRP for international transactions. Now, the fact that this happened and that this amount of money is going in, and the fact that it's Series C, should be a strong indication that Ripple's on the right path. And we all know, and those at Ripple, the top of Ripple, the C-suite, if you will, they have made it clear that XRP is integral to their business model, period. It just is. And given that is a fact, that is the case, that the fact that others would invest in this way and to this degree indicates to me that despite the price action that we're seeing with XRP, which again, it just really just follows Bitcoin by and large, so that should be pretty clear. That's not a big deal, not for the long term. It should be pretty clear that this is nothing but bullish news. Now, Ripple controls an enormous reserve of XRP, which is the world's third most valuable cryptocurrency, and emerged in 2011 as an early competitor to Bitcoin. I wouldn't really phrase it like that. Not really going for the same use cases, at least not right now. In recent years, the company has bet its business on persuading financial institutions to use XRP as a bridge currency for cross-border transfers. Now, in an interview with Fortune, by the way, there's a little bit about MoneyGram in here. I can't wait to get to that. It's fascinating. In an interview with Fortune, CEO Brad Garlinghouse said Ripple currently has more than 300 customers. He expects Ripple's customer base to grow 30 to 40% in the year 2020, and says transaction volume on the company's network will increase by more than 600%. And you got to think some of that's going to involve on-demand liquidity, right? The $200 million investment, which was also backed by SBI and Route 66 Ventures, may help Ripple refute skeptics who say its technology is a solution in search of a problem and question why banks should adopt it. Well, I'd say so. This is, like I said, this is nothing but bullish news. It's amazing. You don't see this type of progress with any other blockchain cryptocurrency-related project. You just don't. According to Garlinghouse, XRP helps customers free up capital that they would otherwise have to park as reserves in local banks. Ripple's customers include MoneyGram, which Garlinghouse says now uses XRP for 15% of its transfers into Mexico. Take a look at that. The last number we heard was 10%, so they have upped it from 10 to 15%, and it'll keep going up as the blend of price versus liquidity allows, no doubt, right? Garlinghouse says Ripple clients also use significant volumes of XRP to facilitate transfers of Australian dollars and Philippine pesos, and that the company is testing transfers of the Brazilian real. As for the new funding round, Garlinghouse cited a high level of investor interest in Ripple, saying the company did not need the money, though the funds will provide balance sheet flexibility. How about that? A Ripple spokesperson said its plans for next year include hiring up to 150 new employees and adding overseas offices. Now, consider that we already know the estimate of current Ripple employees is somewhere in the neighborhood of like 530 or something like that. So we're talking about adding another 150. I'd say things are going in the right direction. Don't worry, as far as XRP price, people are going to figure this out over time. I'm confident. Now, not financial advice. Please, I want to be clear on that. I don't have a financial background. This is just my humble opinion as an XRP community member. Garlinghouse declined to disclose details of Ripple's revenues or operating profitability, but said the company is adhering to its core strategy of promoting the adoption of XRP. How about that? Again, it's core. While Ripple earns money from licensing its money transfer software, its priority is XRP, since widespread adoption of the cryptocurrency would boost its price and allow the company to profit from selling its reserves. One unit of XRP is currently selling for around 18 cents and, like other cryptocurrencies, has slumped in the last year. Yeah, no kidding. I'm actually going to highlight that, not in this video. I mapped out what I was going to put out today. In another video I'll be putting out, I'm actually going to highlight just how bad things could have been. There are some smaller cap coins that took a substantial beating, even in comparison to what's happened with XRP and the rest of the crypto market, especially as it pertains to the top 10 cryptos. But anyway, and then the article goes on to question, is there a place for XRP in this age of digital dollars? And it's the same old just misunderstanding of what XRP fundamentally does and why it's important, which to me always goes back to trust. Brad Garlinghouse goes on to talk about how, I think there's a quote right here. Yeah, here we go. Here's a quote from Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO. Bank of America or Citi is not going to use a JP Morgan coin. So if you're talking about a bank coin, they're not going to interoperate. They don't have a solution for that, and nobody's going to agree to just use JP Morgan coin, or just pick that. You can pick a stable coin. It doesn't matter whatever it is. If it's a bank coin, if it's a stable coin, it's just not going to solve the problem. The article goes on to talk about that. I've debunked that enough, though. I don't feel like talking about it right now. But ultimately, Garlinghouse is similarly unfazed by the sagging price of XRP, which is down nearly half from the start of the year. Some on social media have blamed the price sag on Ripple founder Jed McCaleb dumping his holdings, an allegation Garlinghouse refutes by noting McCaleb is contractually obliged to sell only a small amount at a time. But hey, look, that part of the world of crypto Twitter just doesn't really care about facts like that, right? So there you go. But again, I'm not worried about the price of XRP, and Brad Garlinghouse isn't either. So I don't know, just food for thought. Next, here's a fun video. I'm going to be real brief on this. I actually got this clip to XRP Marks the Spot, so shout out to you and thanks. You wrote, not sure when this vid was from, but it is definitely fuel for my moon Lambo. I like that, thanks. There's no argument that stands against XRP. There's no reason not to love it. And it was a retweet of this video clip right here. And it was a California State Assembly member, Cheryl Brown, speaking, just kind of trying to figure out how this all works. And Chris Larson, co-founder of Ripple, he was speaking, and he was just talking about how one of the neatest things about all of this is that end users don't even have to understand that a cryptocurrency is being used. All they'll know is that their money got transferred across borders instantaneously at almost no cost. I just thought it was a cool video clip. It went on for about a minute, so I thought I'd mention it. And I got this next piece from XRP Crypto Wolf. Shout out to you, my friend. And it's a Cryptocurrency Act of 2020. U.S. lawmaker introduces draft bill to bring regulatory clarity. U.S. Congressman Paul Gosar, a Republican Arizona, has reportedly introduced a draft bill to bring regulatory clarity in the cryptocurrency sector. The bill, dubbed Cryptocurrency Act of 2020, was introduced in the House of Representatives, according to a copy obtained by Forbes. The bill seeks to clarify which federal agencies should regulate cryptocurrencies. The bill has divided cryptocurrencies into three parts: crypto commodities, cryptocurrencies, and crypto securities. Accordingly, it has proposed a federal crypto regulator for each of the categories to notify the public of any licenses and registrations required. So hopefully this would be a step in the right direction, ideally. Anyway, you need more stuff like this. The CFTC has been proposed to regulate crypto commodities, the SEC for crypto securities, and the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, for cryptocurrencies. The bill has also provided definitions for the three types of cryptocurrencies. Crypto commodity means economic goods or services. Cryptocurrencies defined as representations of U.S. currency or synthetic derivatives resting on a blockchain. And crypto security, on the other hand, means all debt, equity, and derivative instruments, the rest on a blockchain. So, there will be clarity one day. We don't have it, but hey, little baby boost steps, right? But that's it for this video. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!